So these are the original pictures of Tino when he was taken from his previous home, and I guess he wasn't fed very well here. So he went to a foster home, and then I adopted him from animal control. And what happened then was we did some initial kind of conventional horse training with him, but he ended up bucking me off 3 times. This little horse is like a rodeo king. He could have been a rodeo star. Right now he's got his head up because he's looking for a cookie. He knows that he's under positive training methods here instead of what we originally started with, which was just kind of conventional training methods. I have ridden him a fair bit at this point with a bridle and a saddle, but I've never actually gotten on him at liberty. This is the first time I ever rode him at liberty. So what I'm doing here is just making sure he'll stop. And so he has excellent brakes, but what he lacks is steering. He has no steering wheel. I can steer him about, well, maybe 100% of the time at walk, but I can only steer him maybe 40 or 50% when we start to go faster. So it makes it more interesting. But anyway, he has no head control. You can see here he's got nothing on his head at all. All I have is a neck strap and my legs. That's the only way to steer him right now. So with horse riding, you steer him. If you want to go to the right, you just use your left leg and kind of push him over a little bit. And then if you want to go to the left, you push him with the right leg. So I'm using my legs here, and right there I told him to stop for a cookie. So he's looking for his treat. And it's always nice to have that control over speed because he doesn't have to do any of this. This is all because we have a pretty close bond at this point. Even though this is the first time I've ridden at Liberty, I spent probably an hour, hour and a half just getting him to this point where I felt like he was safe to get on. And that was mostly by driving him from behind and doing all kinds of halting and backing up and trotting in circles and things like that. So I'm just doing all that the same way. The only difference is I'm on top of him now. So he loves this. This is great. He says, "This is great. I have no bridle, no saddle." So this is all trust. And he loves that. He just loves it when we have that closeness and trust from each other, I guess. Trust in each other. So we're doing a little steering around the cones. And this will be the very first time I ever canter him at Liberty, riding him at Liberty. So I think right there I do a little half halt in trot. And he's very responsive to those half halts, thank goodness, because I'm not the best rider in the world. But anyway, here's our very first canter. So what I didn't know is if he was just going to take off and be crazy and gallop away, which he has done in the past, or if he would be good. And he's just decided to be great. So I'm glad we got that on video. Super happy here. Going to give him a cookie. He knows he did really well. So then I just decide, well, I think this is a different day, and I decide let's go ahead and just do a lot of sort of what I call cowboy riding, because we don't have very good steering here, but we have excellent brakes, or fairly good brakes for a 4-year-old horse. So I am using more aid than I usually would, but it's kind of fun just to. He knows what back is. He often associates it with food or positive training, cookies and stuff. So now here I am having a little more trouble steering him. You can tell based on my balance here at halt. I don't know which way he's going to go, but we still have fun. Steering will be the next thing we have to learn. But he sure loves it. It's just right up his alley.
There was a time when trouble had its way. I had my share of going astray. Now I've got news for you. I have a new point of view. There was a dream